Hello dear friends, mesothelioma compensation average from $1 million to $2.4 million. Financial compensation for mesothelioma may come from asbestos, trust funds, settlements or jury verdicts. It typically takes less than 1 year to receive mesothelioma compensation from trust funds and settlements. It may take years to receive compensation from trial verdicts. Now we talk about how much compensation can you get for mesothelioma. Mesothelioma compensation differs for each type of claim. According to a 2016 Malays litigation report, the average mesothelioma trial payout is about $2.4 million. The average settlement ranges from $1 million to $1.4 million. If a mesothelioma claim goes to trial, a settlement could be reached or a jury could determine the amount of compensation. If the defendant is found guilty for the asbestos exposure. If a loved one dies from mesothelioma, compensation may be available to the family members, spouses, or dependents through a wrongful death lawsuits filed on behalf of state. If you or your beloved one is not filing a legal claim, there may be other types of financial assistance available. We understand that filing a lawsuit feels overwhelming and stressful. There are other options for compensations and it's important to weigh all your opinion to decide what is best for your family. Now we talk about how long it takes to get compensation depends upon the type of claim you file. Number 1. A verdict from a jury trial could take years, but defendants may offer to settle quickly, possibly within several months. Number 2. Money from asbestos trust can come within a few months. Deciding whether to file a lawsuit is an important decision in any situation, especially if you are coping with the stress of a terminal illness. A mesothelioma lawyer can provide the most accurate estimate of how long it might take to get compensation for your unique case. Now we talk about types of mesothelioma compensations. Asbestos trust funds. Many companies that manufacture products with asbestos declared bankruptcy because of large number of mesothelioma lawsuits filed against them. This does not mean these companies have escaped liability. In bankruptcy protection, asbestos manufacturers are ordered to set up funds with enough money to compensate future asbestos victims. Most trust funds contain hundreds of millions of dollars and some even contains billions. If you develop mesothelioma as a result of exposure to an asbestos product made by a company that went bankrupt, your legal claim is processed through the bankrupt company's trust fund rather than the court system. Trust fund claims are processed quicker than mesothelioma lawsuits because they don't have to processed by the court system. Claimants typically receive compensation within a couple months. Mesothelioma lawsuits. A mesothelioma personal injury lawsuits is the best type of claim to file if your family needs compensation to pay for medical bills and other expenses. If a person dies of mesothelioma, their estate may be able to file a wrongful death lawsuit. There are two types of mesothelioma lawsuits: personal injury claims These lawsuits are filed by people diagnosed with mesothelioma seeking compensation to cover medical bills, lost wages, and other financial matters. Number 2. Wrongful death claims. These lawsuits are usually filed by the state of a deceased loved one who died of mesothelioma. If the defendants do not settle and your case goes to trial, a jury will rule them liable or not liable. If the defendant is found liable, the trial verdict will include monetary compensation. Each mesothelioma case is unique, and there are not set guidelines for compensation. If you win, the amount out to your dependents on the facts of your case and other factors such as medical costs and lost income. According to a 2020 KCIC industry report, more than 4,000 mesothelioma lawsuits seeking compensation were filed in the US in 2019.